Okay, so this is a video on how to install Orange. I'm using a different computer that's not my regular computer because this computer doesn't have Orange installed. And so I'm going to pretend that I'm you and start from the beginning on installing Orange. And admittingly, I'm not 100% sure how this is going to work, but let's give it a try. So Orange is a tool for data mining. It was specifically designed for data mining. It's not like a general use tool. It uses Python underneath. So the website is Orange Data Mining, I believe. And this tool was actually devised in another country. And the reason that matters is because some of the stuff sort of like doesn't really follow like American statistics. Um, it was, I don't actually know where this country is, to tell you the truth. I think it's like Slovenia or something like that. It's the University of Luba, something or other. However, this tool has been around for more than 20 years. It was devised and is heavily used in biological research, and it is very, very good. It's free, it's open source, and what it does is it sits on top of Python, and so you don't have to do the coding for the Python, but you're still using Python, and you can do all the data mining features. So I'm on orangedatamining.com, or at least I think I am. Yeah, I should be. I don't know. Um, it's too bad I can't like stop and look at a video in the middle because I have to be absolutely certain this works because I don't want to do like the download and the install because I'm not going to be able to do it again. So I'm going to do download Orange from the orangedatamining.com site. It is a .com, which is interesting because it is not a commercial product. It is open source. Download Orange. Okay. My computer is doing nothing. Oh, there we go. Download the latest version of Orange, which is version 3.35.0. Wonderful. So I'm going to pause while I'm downloading because it will bore you to death to watch it download. Okay, so it's almost finished downloading, so I'm going to start the video again. So one thing to notice about Orange is it is friendly for all different operating systems. So this is the Windows version, but there's a Mac and even a Linux version. And the default is a standalone installer, which is probably what we want. I don't know what Portable Orange is. I'm not quite sure. I don't believe this computer has Python on it either, so let's wait and see. And I think it's going to prompt us to install Python, but I'm not 100% sure. Let me check that this computer. No, so this computer does not have Python on it for sure, which is good. So we're gonna have to. You have to have Python installed as well. Now Python is an open source programming language. You don't need like any type of like computer coding development environment. You just need to have Python installed on the computer. Um, let's see how this works. I don't know entirely what's gonna happen here. I installed Orange a long time ago on my other machine, and I'm not gonna like fiddle with uninstalling, like mucking around with the settings on that machine to reinstall it. So that's why I'm doing like this fresh install video on another computer. And I can't really practice this because I'm only doing it once. Okay, so it looks like my download has finished. So this is just doing this first. I'm on a Windows system, so I just click this, and this is the standalone installer, which I think is just going to be like a nice regular kind of like installer thing. I think it's done. So I'm going to click on it and see what happens. Nothing. Awesome. Hopefully there isn't anything weird in here. Okay. So I'm going to click on this. Now it does say mini conda. I honestly don't know what that means, but who knows? Let's see what it does. So I think I'm done downloading, and then I'm clicking the install, and Let's see what happens. Nothing. Great. Let's be patient. Let's bring me back here. I don't know why. Oh, okay. So now it says, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? Yes. Go for it. Orange is not like fly by night. It's actually very reputable, I guess the word would be. I don't know if you can see this or not, but this is the Orange setup, little Windows setup screen thing, and I'm hitting next. And then there's a license agreement. I agree. And then install just for me. I'm not quite sure what that does. And then select component to install. It looks like there's defaults and then shortcuts. I can determine whether or not I want a shortcut menu. Sure, put that on. And then install location. It's gonna go in its programs file, which seems good to me. And then the menu folder, it will go in as Orange. And now it's installing. It says Orange requires, okay, so it is prompting me. Orange requires a Miniconda Python distribution. This will be done by running a separate installer program. Okay, that sounds like a good idea. So I'm gonna hit OK. And I'm not sure. Okay, so now I get welcome to Miniconda Python installation. So I believe this is like this is Python, but it's not like a full-blown Anaconda, which has a whole bunch of stuff on it. So I want this, and I'm gonna hit agree to the license, and just for me again, and then next, and then use it as my default Python environment. Now, some of you may have, like, Python is actually commonly installed even if you never do like Python programming, because a lot of other things use Python. Like, I know that SPSS actually installs Python even though you never see it, because it uses Python behind the scenes. So now I have a little Anaconda Miniconda installation thing running, which seems to be running and flowing fairly well. It's a little slow, but I don't want to pause this because I don't want to like muck around with anything. So it's setting everything up. This is a fairly, it's not super old, but this is like a 4-year-old Windows computer, so I think it's like, it's current enough. It's not a super new one that I'm installing it on. My other ones are sort of newer and better. Okay. Alright, almost done. Completed, yay! Setup was completely successful. I'm gonna click next. Thank you for installing Anaconda. You're welcome. Finish. And now it takes me back to the Orange installation. Oh no, now it takes me to the web and says welcome to Anaconda. Just accept all. I don't need this. This is like a whole bunch of like about the Anaconda Python thing. But Python's been installed and we're good. So now I have this. I want to go back to my Orange installer. Okay, so Orange automatically is finishing its installation, which is good. And it's installing Orange. Now, Orange is kind of modular. This is somewhat like R if you did 101, because Orange will install with like some basic packages. They're not called base, but there's other stuff that you will need to download and install as we go along. So in other words, Orange kind of installs like a default base program, but there are other stuff that does like more advanced functions and stuff like text mining and stuff. Though we're not doing text mining in here, you'll do it in applied data. But Orange has additional add-ons and it is open source. So those were mostly written by like academic groups that like write certain things. Orange also has some excellent educational and training features on it. So it's actually very commonly used, except it's not as commonly used in the US. It's actually extremely commonly used in other countries. And the US, for some reason, hasn't caught on as much. Although I did notice one of the reasons I chose this is one of the biggest business analytics books, the CAM Business Analytics, they actually started using Orange in their business analytics textbook for advanced classes for data mining. So we are going to use orange and probably make it more popular. So you can still put on your resume that you did Python because you really are doing Python, but I would put orange as well. I don't think orange is as well known, but I got to tell you, it's pretty darn good. It's a heck of a lot better than having to spend just hours and hours on like detailed coding when there's no reason to, because it takes care of that easily. So you'll see. So it says this may take a while. Well, no, I don't want to pause this even though it's probably going to bore you to death, because I just don't want to, I don't want to fiddle with this at all. I want to let it go on its own. So even though you might be bored watching this, I think it's better than disrupting it. Okay. So this might take a while. I don't know how long a while is. Yeah. But again, I don't wanna touch things. I just don't. Because that might not be good. Okay, so it's a little slow, but slow and steady wins the race. Okay, they weren't kidding. This might take a while. Show details. What's this thing doing? I don't know what any of this is. Okay, so it is moving. It's just like it's doing like weird things, but I don't understand what happens when things get installed on computers anyway, so it's moving. Okay, preparing transactions, working done. That sounds good. Yeah, so now it's like pulling all the like stuff that gets installed with it, pulling down packages and stuff. I have no recollection of the last time I installed this, so but it is giving me like it's showing me messages running, so that seems good. Good. My dog's gonna start barking. Yep. I know my dog. I know when he starts barking, when he starts running around. Like there's people. It's Sunday, so there's people like outside. Wow. Okay, so when you install Orange, it may take a while. But again, I don't want to disrupt this because I don't want to like lose the moment when it actually finishes installing. Still going. Is it still in the same place? Yeah. Wow. I think it's at about 10 minutes so far. Maybe not. Oh, please work. I don't know why. Somehow I feel like it's stalled, but I don't know. It still seems to be running okay. I wish it would give me some more messages to tell me that it's like alive. I don't know. Right, I am going to pause this because I have a feeling this might go on for like another 10 minutes. So after many minutes, it was actually close to 20 minutes total for this to go through. This is, like I said, this is not like the latest and greatest machine that I'm on. After about 20 minutes, I got this installation complete. Orange setup was completed successfully. Hit next. And then finish and start orange. Yay! Okay. So now it's starting orange for the first time. Somehow. And this will tell me that Python and Orange are both installed properly for this to work. So here's Orange. The icon's on the desktop. I told it to start Orange, but it doesn't seem that it's actually starting Orange. I don't think it's going to do any harm to hit the Orange and try to open it again. The only thing that might happen is it might open twice, but it is slowly opening. At least I think it is. Maybe it isn't. Okay. I don't need this anymore. At least I don't think I do. Oh, there we go. Yay! I don't know if that's the first one or second one. It's entirely possible I opened it twice. See this kind of cute little purple and orange, like little orange guy wearing his little orange glasses and his little leaf hair. And I don't know what these like things in the sky are. I don't know. So it is opening orange. It's not always this slow once it gets set up, or at least it shouldn't be. Yes. There we go. We have Orange installed, and so I'm going to click new. The next video will explain what I'm doing, but I just want to check it really quick. And so if I just do data sets, yes, this is definitely going to work. And so this is Orange all set up. Now, perfect. It's installed for sure. And so this is what it looks like when it's all set up. And I'm not going to get into actually using it because this is just the install video. So that is how to install Orange.